If you want to find profitable products as quickly as possible this Q4 to make a ton of money on Amazon, you're going to want to watch this video. I show you a nice little secret in Keepa, and SellerAmp when paired together is absolutely crazy. And I'll show you exactly how I use it. This is great for when items are on sale, and timing matters in Q4. You want to be able to buy things as quickly as possible. I break down everything you need to know in a full walkthrough. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, guys, at this point, you know the drill. This is a SellerAmp quick start guide. If you need help sourcing, setting up your tracking sheets, I have everything right over here. There's a free trial. You could even get 50% off your first month. Everything, if you want to set up a Google spreadsheet like I have, you can click here. I walk you through the whole video. These are sourcing videos, everything you need. This Keepa hack is absolutely awesome. Got a lot of good feedback on that video. You could watch that. So without further ado, let's get into it. So Q4 is coming up, and hopefully you've been creating a master list like this. This is an old list. I'll kind of just want to show you guys the concept. I don't want to burn leads for anyone, so we're just kind of going to go with this. So this is an old list that I created like way back in the day. So we're going to see how this works. But basically, a lot of sellers, when you're going through items, you should always be putting them into a SellerAmp sheet or whatever you are using if it is closed. So for example, if this timer, if I could get this, if it was 20% off, 30% off, or even 40% off, I should put that in a sheet, because at one point in time, it might be 20, 30, 40% off. And I already did the hard work. So why not throw it into a spreadsheet? Now you might be saying, it's like, whoa, there's 1,000 items here. What am I going to do? Just click this one over here and see if it's still available on Amazon, then go back to the store. While you can do that, we're going to show you a quick thing with Keepa. So we're going to go over to Keepa right over here, and we're going to simplify this process, and we're going to analyze stuff with SellerAmp, and I'll show you that side of it. So we're going to head over to Keepa here, and then we're going to scroll down. We're going to hit search. We're going to go to data right over here. We're going to go to the product viewer. So the product viewer, what we're going to do is here, we're going to grab all these ASINs right over here, and we're going to paste them into here. So what that's going to do, it's going to load all these items into Keepa, just like this. If this pops up, the listing, 99% of 99 of these ASINs failed to load. No big deal. Don't worry about that. So what we literally did is took all of these items, potentially profitable, if there is a sale, and loaded them in Keepa. So what this helps us do before we look at them in SellerAmp is even figure out if these are good to go after. So right here, this is how I have my Keepa set up. So I have the current, I have the 90-day. What I'm really looking for is for drops. So I want the current to be lower typically than the 90-day. And then I have the price. I want to see the current price higher than the average 90-day or about the same. And then the new offer count and the 90-day offer count. I want this number to be lower. So what we're going to do here, you could even get more granular with this, is we could just start going through these, and then even if it makes sense to look at them in SellerAmp. So you'll see this one right over here. So 90-day average is 7, current is 7, the 90-day average price is 11, but the current buy box is $17.98. So this is going to be one that you'd want to look into. Now, who knows where that would be on this spreadsheet, or if you'd even get to that. But the beauty of using SellerAmp, we'll analyze this in a second, is if you have this master spreadsheet, you could literally just grab this ASIN, and then we're going to head back to this spreadsheet, and we're going to find that ASIN. So wherever that ASIN is, it's right over here, it seems like, and we have a source link right over here. That's what you capture when you were building this. Sorry, I just sneezed quick. Building this sheet. If I came across this, let's just say it was, I don't know, what is this? It needs to be $5. So let's just say I was like $5. If I thought that is what I would do here is I'd put this in the link right over here, and then I'd hit save, and then SellerAmp would store it for me. And then when I came across this product, it would be right over here, so I could just click on it. So right off the bat here, we could kind of see there's only 11 sales. The BSR is kind of high, no big deal. This right here shows you the max cost, so I'd have to get this for $5.29 to meet my ROI criteria. But it just makes it super easy in SellerAmp to figure this out. You see your ROI, the break-even price. So I always like to know that. So has this ever hit $14? It doesn't look like it. So that's something to note as well. And then another important thing is going to be the buy box over here. So you can see in the last 90 days, it's either been suppressed or this seller has had it. You go the 180, it looks like this other person came on, but they only got a sliver of it. So you can see less than 1% has won this person. So this is one you're going to want to avoid, but you could see that right away. Use analyzing it with SellerAmp, which I really like. And then if you're like, okay, this is a good product, you could just hit this button right here. It's going to take you to Google. It basically Googles it for you. This looks like the seller who is selling it. So they must have their own website or whatever. And they're doing Shopify over here as well. So that would not be a good fit for this. But using these filters really helps. You basically take 1,000 leads and then you could whittle it down, and then you could analyze it with SellerAmp much quicker, which is great. Here's another one. We have the 90-day average is 5. The current count is 3, so we're down 2 sellers. The 90-day average price $27.35. Now the current price is $28.79. So now we're up about $1. This looks like a bundle. So just makes it super easy. We could kind of see, you could Google around. You could also input all the information. So really like that a lot. So when you are sourcing for Q4, make sure to use the product viewer paired with SellerAmp to make your sourcing much efficient, quicker. And if you want that quick start guide, totally free, no email necessary, just click below. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I guys will see you in the next video.